let's just do a quick little check-in. Send me an emoji of how you're feeling right now with all of this coronavirus and distance that we're going through. Hey, change agents! Whoop whoop! So for some of us who've never really experienced, your twin girl is back in her playroom. She might be at daycare tomorrow. Say hi. Yeah, she might be with them. Yeah, I definitely feel that change agent. Yes, like a little overwhelmed. So I know that some of us are new. Is that her name? I don't know who that is. Hi, whoever you are. I know that some of us are a little overwhelmed with using Instagram for the first time. Most of us, if we do have Instagram, some of us have never really used all of the features. And so now that we are teaching via Instagram, I just wanted to kind of give a check-in and show you what it looks like when you do go live. So if you notice, like you'll see my face, and you can see everyone kind of, hey, Will, you can see everyone kind of giving their response or typing in. And as an educator, we know that a lot of times when we ask open-ended questions in our classroom, we're waiting for somebody, to kind of give us a response. So I want to make sure that we know what we're doing when we're doing this. So first things first, when you go live, you do have an option to record your live, okay? And when you do that, this way you can actually save it for your students or whomever who aren't able to, they're not able to log in at that time. So you can save your live. So that's one good thing. Another thing that you can do if you are still kind of getting used to this, you can use things like Screen-O-Matic or Screencastify for your phone, and you can record your live as you're doing live. I know a lot of students may not be up, or they may not be using the internet during that time when we're checking in. So we still want to make sure that they have access to the lesson that you taught. I'm not sure if you guys saw, but Miss Tate went live earlier, our science teacher. Shout out to her. And she was giving some students some help with their packets. And I did record some of her live, and I put it on my Insta story. I've also saved it as my highlights, which again, I can kind of walk everybody through on how to do that. So that way students are able to, again, access it if they're not able to join you live. So I know, again, like I said, I know this is new territory for everybody, even some of us who have used Instagram before. It's just learning everything that we are able to do on this platform. I don't know if you guys noticed that I've done a couple of tutorial videos, and I've tried to put them on my Instagram story as well. I'm going to encourage everybody that when you're doing your Instagram stories as well as your lives, to try to save them in your highlights. When you save them in your highlights, again, it's kind of like a reference for students to kind of go back to, or parents, or us as, your support can kind of also use it and put it on our pages as well, so that students can get to it. So I have several people that have joined us. Hi, Miss Mixon and Miss Short Tyson. Hi, Miss Matthews. Oh, this is fantastic. I even have, I think, some family members who done joined the chat. That's perfect. Hey, Miss Radden. All right, so if you're just joining me, I'm asking that you give me an emoji to let me know how you're feeling right now, going on with everything. And you can also ask me a question. So, hey, Dr. Armstrong. So there is a feature whenever you go live where students can ask you questions. It's a little question box that you'll see. There's also a little comment section box that you'll see. There's a little airplane where you can also send this as well to people. If I wanted to have, let's say, a co-teacher for this session, I could hit the little... There's two little happy faces when you log in to do live. There's two little happy faces. You can actually touch those and you can ask somebody to join your chat. I see some of us are very overwhelmed. Someone's at my front door. But don't worry, we got this. Somebody is angry. I feel like that's a student. Yeah, I'm angry too. You never know how many children you miss until you can't see them on a regular basis. So here's a chance now to kind of jump in and ask me whatever questions you may have, whether it's around some of the tech tools I've used, some of the things that you are concerned about when it comes to doing your live stream as far as teachers, students. What are some of the questions that you have? I know that someone called me today and I thought she was going to join my chat because I thought that I was going to have her kind of add into my conversation, but I don't see she logged in. But the student asked about attendance on these live chats. So if you can, how do you do highlights? Okay, perfect. That's a great one. When it comes to highlights are only for your IG stories. So when you go to your actual page and you push the button highlights, everything that you put in your IG stories is going to pop up, and you just kind of click what you want to collect for your stories. And then that's a way to kind of save whatever it is that you have put in your IG stories. Okay, so it only saves what you put in your IG. Hey, young shorty Manny, who is this? Why do I have a music option on my Insta? Okay, so some people like to add a little music when they're doing their pictures. So you can kind of add, hey, Mike. You can add, music. So I would say it's there as a fun option. As a music teacher, you may want to use it, when you're teaching something. Our awesome Spanish teacher, who also went live, I think she's going live at 7 o'clock today. She usually does a 7 o'clock check-in with our students. So I encourage you all to go follow her. We dance on Fridays. So when it comes to music, I know that she uses music as well. That was a good question. Any other questions about this distant learning? I want to hear my students. What are y'all thinking? What are your questions? I'm on IG Live. Goodness, husbands. How come we're not going to have our spring break? We're not going to have our spring break because technically they're considering this week here off as your spring break. And they don't know, honestly, when we'll return. I think that they first said April 1st, but as this virus is kind of unrolling, it could be a little bit longer, which is, unfortunate. However, it is for all of our safety. So that's why they're considering that to be your spring break this week right here. How many weeks we out for? I don't know, Pooh. Like I said, they said April 1st. So that's what we're going to go with, April 1st. It could change. It could change. For my teachers who are on here, again, it'll tell you how many people are actually a part of this feed. So right now it shows me that I have 11 people. If I wanted to switch the screen, so I'll switch the screen. Say hi, Drew.
I can't see.
They're looking at you. Just say hi.
I can't see.
This is what being at home with the toddler is all about.
I can't see.
So you can switch the screen. Now you can see.
Hi.
And then if, like I said, I wanted to join. So do I have a brave student who would like to volunteer and would like to jump in the conversation with me? What will happen if the school year was closed for the rest of the year? I don't know. I guess she would just be promoted to high school. I don't know. So let's see. Who do I have? Is that... I have Mike. I don't know who. Some of y'all students might have to put y'all names in here. Why do we have so much work to do? Because we want to make sure you learn. We want to make sure that you are doing fantastic. Oh, great. I have a request. I believe this is my Jalen, who's going to go live with us. She's a student. Hey, Ms. McGill. Hi, Jalen. How are you? Good. And Angel. Look at this. 7th grade rocking out. So thank you guys for being a part of my chat. How are you guys doing with all of this?
It's just a lot of work.
Yeah.
It's boring.